I am back today discussing purchasing silver. And I want to start off this video right away by saying this is a video about my personal experiences and what I'm doing with silver, not financial advice. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is just a video from somebody who's been purchasing silver for the past 15 years now and kind of dollar cost averaging the market over a long period of time. And I've also done a little bit of pouring silver, which we'll talk about in a minute, melting down sterling silver and recreating it, and then also just buying silver rounds and junk silver over the years. When I started getting the silver, it was $45 an ounce, which was so expensive. And so every time I bought 1 or 2 ounces, it felt like I was leveraging my entire mortgage, especially because I was actually still in high school and early college when I started buying silver. Now, actually, those early high school and college days, silver was 17, 18 an ounce, so it wasn't that bad, but I only probably bought 5, 10 ounces a year at that time period. When I started really getting into coin collecting and silver collecting, is when I actually had a job after college, and that's when it started to climb to 40 to 45 an ounce, and everybody thought silver was going to the moon, so everybody was buying it. I was still buying, at this point, 1 or 2 ounces a month. Fast forward, silver tanked, prices dropped, and then it was selling for around 13 to 14 an ounce, and did I buy a ton? Every single paycheck, every 2 weeks, I was picking up $100 to $200 worth of silver. And at that time, a few websites like Provident Metals was offering free shipping on orders over $99. So every single paycheck, I was buying at least $100 worth of silver, either in junk silver, silver rounds, or even silver shot to pour into different molds I was purchasing. And so that's kind of my bulk of my silver was bought during the 13 to 14 an ounce. Right now, fast forward to 2023, silver is hovering around $23 an ounce, and I'm generally not purchasing any. I've got enough stored away to kind of hedge against inflation for a certain chunk of my retirement being silver. I've got a pretty good amount saved up, but I'm still always looking for deals. Well, my wife's grandmother actually decided about a year ago to start selling her silver flatware that she had, so I wanted to keep it in the family, so I decided to purchase it. It was a large quantity of silver flatware, and we started making some different objects out of it. We actually bent some into rings, so we did silver spoon and silver fork rings, and then the remainder of the silver, after that scrapped and turned into rings so we could kind of keep it in the family, I poured the rest of it and refined it into these silver rounds. I've got some silver bars, silver skull rounds, and I'll be doing some silver skulls. I've got a lot more silver to make into rings and different jewelry, and then I'll refine the rest of it down. But I feel like this was a good opportunity to talk about silver and the values of silver. If you're just getting into silver now, it's definitely not at its peak, and it's definitely not at its low. So purchasing silver now, in my opinion, is not a bad idea, but just remember to purchase silver within reason. I've seen it drop even here recently in the past few months. It's closer to $20 an ounce. It's up a little bit right now, but I think if you dollar cost average the market, just currently buying silver at every single paycheck, you're not going to get burned in the long run. It's a hedge against inflation because as the dollar goes down, the price of silver generally goes up or at least holds its value. Even if it goes down, you still have something tangible that's always going to be worth something and is always going to be needed for a ton of different, even technical applications outside collectability, coin making, and just value retention. I love silver. I love buying silver. So I just wanted to do an update video talking about some of the silver that I purchased recently in the form of silver flatware. And the other kind of tip or trick is about 3 or 4 years ago, I went around to all the pawn shops, bought up all of their silver flatware, and you can just walk right in and say, hey, do you guys buy gold and silver? And if they do, then ask them how much the scrap guy pays them for it. You can pay them a little bit more than the scrap guy, and it's worth giving it to you. At that point, there's a lot of different furnaces you can purchase, even on Amazon, that melts and refines it down and pours it into silver bars, silver coins, silver molds. So you can buy these graphite molds on Amazon for very affordable prices, and you wouldn't believe the market for poured silver. It also refines something like this fork that may weigh 2.3 ounces into something like this coin that weighs 2.3 ounces, allowing it to be a little bit more transportable. You can also refine it a little bit, kind of keep the slag at the end of the pour out of there, and it refines the silver to a little bit more pure value, and it's worth a little bit more money that way. So I hope you guys liked the video. I know it was an interesting video. It was a different video, just kind of discussing silver, and I really want to get your thoughts and opinions. Have you been buying silver lately? Did you buy it at its peak? Did you buy it at the dip, or have you been buying it forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you buy silver as part of your retirement, or do you just buy silver as just to have some collectability? And what types of silver do you think are best for your collection and to hold wealth over the long term? Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.